Legend has it that Robin Hood was an outlaw living in Sherwood Forest, but did he really exist? Find out in our next segment on History Mysteries. Take it away, Lucy.
Thank you, Lucy. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to History Mysteries. I'm Lucy Cavaluzzi, along with my co-hosts Dean Mustafa and Lucy Murillo. And today we're going to be talking about the famous popular culture figure, Robin Hood. Let's start off with a brief history. This fable takes place in 14th century England, which at the time was under the rule of King Richard the Lionheart. The main character is a charming and talented archer who, alongside his group of merry men, often clashes with the Sheriff of Nottingham in his attempts to steal from the rich and give what he acquires to the peasants of England.
Although you may only know the story from the numerous novels and film adaptations, there's an ongoing question of whether or not the character we know and love is based on a real person. Robin Hood's origins extend deeply into English history. His name can be found all over the English map. Robin Hood's Cave and Robin Hood's Stoop in Derbyshire, Robin Hood's Well in Barnsdale Forest, and etc. It is suggested in English legal records that as early as the 13th century, Robe Hood and Rabin Hood and other variations of the name Robin Hood had become common aliases for criminals.
Yes, Robin Hood was a North Country man with his traditional haunts as an outlaw in Sherwood Forest and a coastal refugee at Robin Hood's Bay in Yorkshire. He became a popular folk hero because of his generosity to the poor and peasants, and his hatred of the sheriff and the verdures who enforced the oppressive forest laws. Robin was indeed real, but not quite in the same way as the character Robin Hood or Prince of Thieves.
Historian and archivist Joseph Hunter, as well as other 19th century historians, discovered many different records attached to the name of Robin Hood. So most scholars came to the agreement that there was no single person who inspired these stories, but that it was rather a mix of different people. When historical records failed to identify a singular person behind the noble outlaw, scholars turned to the popular culture of medieval England. Folklore, poetry, and ballads were used to feed the tales.
In conclusion, Robin Hood was real and based on many different people. The common stories regarding generosity to the poor and hatred of the sheriff were a key part of the development of the tales of Robin Hood we know and love today. The Prince of Thieves lives on as one of the most well-known tales in English folklore. Well, that wraps up today's episode of History Mysteries. We'll catch you next time.
Next up, scientists explain why rooms with broken air conditioners are hot and why death is the nation's top killer.